Hello everyone, another recipe that I don't have too much to say about, so let's just cut right to it. I'm Boater, let's cook something. Today we are going to be making chicken and rice. Now when we make this, we've actually got two different recipes that we use. There's mine and then there's Steph's. Mine is crazy simple. You take a couple of chicken breasts, you cut them up, and you prepare a couple boxes of Uncle Ben's broccoli rice au gratin, basically one box per chicken breast that you do. When this is done, you dump that in and done. Really simple, and it'd kind of be a cheat to do that for you guys, so we're going to go with Steph's slightly more complex version. So ingredient board, what are we going to need?
2 chicken breasts, 2 cups of instant white rice, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, pepper, 1½ cups of water.
We're going to start like we normally do, just cut all the fat off of your chicken breasts and then cut it up into little cubes. Kind of like what we did for pretty much everything I've done with chicken. Okay, set these off to the side here. If we were doing the other chicken and rice where we just dump it into the broccoli and rice au gratin, then at this point you would hit the Make Meat Better button, first time this season actually, and put some salt and pepper on it. We're not going to do that with this. You will find out why in a moment. For now, let's get a pan prepared. Get a pan that you can cover and know ahead of time so you don't get a pan that's too big. I mean, I don't know who would do that? We don't have anything to cover that one, do we?
No, there's a sponge tray.
I mean like cover, because...
Should use a smaller one.
That, I know that it happens to some people. Put a little bit of oil into it and start heating that up. And we'll be at about medium heat. Chicken's just gonna drop into here. If you don't get all of it in the first go, that's fine. You can do it in a couple batches. What we're going to do with the chicken is, again, just cook it up separately over here. Then when it comes out, we're going to put it in the bowl over here and put it off to the side. It's fine being out for a little bit because it's kind of going to get cooked again. For the same reason, it's okay if it doesn't get cooked through all the way the first time. I mean, if you want to, leave it in the extra minute, you certainly can. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you leave it in too long, it might get dry and tough. So, kind of, I don't know. Wait until it looks completely cooked on the outside. And if you absolutely must graze, nom nom, make sure you do so with the smaller pieces that are cooked all the way through. Once you put them in, also make sure to try to keep them from sticking to each other, especially if you crowd them like I kind of did here. Break it up so that you don't come out with a big mass of chicken conglomerate. Save that for the fast food joints. What do you know? Add some soy sauce and all of a sudden it's oriental, because the box says so. So, trust the box. Alright, this is ready to come out. Once your chicken is out, we are keeping the grease on there. Part of it is kind of a laziness thing, but I'm also going to say that it's for flavor. Keeping that chicken flavor in there, even though we're putting cream chicken soup in there. So now, carefully, because that pan is still hot and still has oil in it, carefully add your 1.5 cups of water in your soup mix. I love it when that happens. You can get that all mixed up and brought back up to a boil. Let's bring our heat up to just medium-high, just because we're impatient. Not too high because you don't want it to burn to the bottom of the pan, but being impatient when cooking is, well, literally playing with fire at times, so be careful. Or be patient, but who has time for that? Unless we're going to specify here, use Campbell's cream and chicken soup. It really doesn't matter, but Campbell's is where we got the recipe from, so why not? Thank you. That'll be boiling in a moment, so dry out your measuring cup so we can use this for rice. And it's getting close. Starting to see a little bit of bubbling. We're going to throw some pepper in here now. We didn't put salt and pepper on the chicken before because it's put in at this stage where it's going to get into both the chicken and the rice all together. The soup mix has plenty of salt in it already, and we're just adding a light dusting of pepper on top for extra seasoning. Add some rice. Cool. Rice in. Stir this up a bit, make sure that the rice is totally submerged. I see a little pocket of pepper there, get that mixed up. And add the chicken back into the mix. So that's all mixed in. Reduce your heat down to a simmer over there and cover. We'll come back to that in about 15-20 minutes. Mix that up just a little bit. Make sure we don't have any water still kind of sitting around here. Looks like we're good. Everything got absorbed. So we're ready to eat. Take a bowl, scoop it in, grab a fork, and chow down. A nice, easy recipe. Yeah, not much to say. Hope you enjoy it. Let me just say, I was hoping to not do this, but I will be doing another mid-season break this year, just to get me past the holiday season and a few things that I'm going to be busy with. The first episode of the next season will be next year. I don't know the exact date right now, but I will announce that on my Facebook and Twitter. You can find the links to those down below. Make sure to follow those and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next year.